born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Monday, November 4th, 2024, the day before Election Day. And here at Forex Smart Trade, we teach people how to successfully currency trade. And we do that using our simple but accurate proprietary indicators. And I'm going to show you one of the dozen different trade strategies that we have. So with that, let's just jump right in and see what we got this afternoon. We first need to listen to this guy, and we'll be on our way.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach using a number of tools. We've got videos, we've got group webinars, but the thing that really causes us to excel and helps you get from point A to point B fastest, most efficiently, most effectively, is that we do the personalized one-on-one training, where an experienced coach walks you through, teaches you a customized curriculum, a curriculum that's been built over 15 years of experience, where we've kind of isolated things down to what we think you need to know in order to do this well. But one of the ways we also teach is doing these live trades, where an experienced trader comes online, walks you through their analysis. By you watching them, you kind of learn what they're doing because they're telling you what they're looking at. I do 3 a week, this one that you're in right now on Monday afternoon, but I also do one on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 6:30. And then every afternoon around 4:15, I send out an overnight trade setup, which is a different strategy than the one that we're using today or using right now. And I've got a little video on there. It's a very simple trade, so you can see how I figured it out. But once you become a member, we've got live trades every morning at 10 a.m., again every evening at 6 p.m., and you can see we've got lots of training sessions. We believe in constant coaching. That's how people get good. You don't see an athlete, a pro athlete, they still work on the fundamentals at practice. And there's a reason for that, because it builds, everything else builds off of that. Once you have the fundamentals, you can do all sorts of different things. So we are constantly training, and we're with you for, even though the one-on-one training is only 17 weeks, we're with you for an entire year. With that, I get a little checklist that helps keep me focused so I don't forget anything. Every day or every morning, I like to refresh my green charts to clear out the memory and pick up any updates that might have done. Just part of a successful trade routine is going back and taking a look at the trades that didn't go the way that you thought they should have and trying to figure out why. I find this very, very helpful. Even though I've been trading for 5 years, every once in a while, it's you can fall into a bad habit, and because our indicators allow you to go back to a specific point in time, you can see exactly what the market was showing you then, and figure out, get close to figuring out why you might have done something wrong. Sometimes you do everything right, and the market is the market. It just goes a different way. But the things we can control, if we go back and study, we can get better. We are technical traders. We're trading based on the price action, and but news does impact currency pairs. So we want to know what those news events are. And I found the best place to find those is on Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into kind of three components. Yellow, which is low impact, I ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, I also ignore those, but some people pay attention to them. And then red, which are high impact. These are ones I want to trade around. And right now, any trade we take should be done before any of these announcements. So we've got the kind of clear sailing right now. Usually I like to be out of it 2 hours beforehand, so that puts us at 8:30, and then 8:30, 6 gives us 2.5 hours after the new day, new trading day. New trading day starts at 5, and what happens is the brokers increase the spreads because they're trying to do their end of the day accounting. So really, trading starts back up at around 6 when they reduce the spreads. So that gives us 2.5 hours. So any trade we take should close within that time. I am trading off of. I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart. The signal I'm using is something called the 10-point signal. We've got a dozen different signals. When we coach people, we kind of customize a trade plan based on their availability to trade and their kind of risk preferences. This one suits me. It's not the only one I use, but it's the principal one I use. For example, the overnight trade is kind of a highly modified version of this. So I'm going off of a 1 hour chart. On a 1 hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot's 11 pips. And basically what I'm trying to do is get all three sections of the chart to agree. And when they do, that's a high probability trade. So let's see what we've got. I am going to be trading off of the light 6 major chart, which is one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. I start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is oversold. Horizontal blue line is overbought. So basically, I'm looking for situations where the lines are either above the blue line pointing down or below the red line pointing up. And when that happens, I want to ride the trade through the channel, and you see a big red candle here. So I'm looking for situations where we're above the blue line going down or below the red line going up. And I want all the lines going in the same direction. If I don't see what I want here, I just go right on over to the next one. Oversold, majors going down, minors sideways. Pound USD, we've got disagreement between the majors and the minors. Dollar Canadian dollar overbought, everybody's going up. Dollar Swiss franc overbought, everybody's going up steeply. This is a stronger signal than this. Now here's a case where you could have carved out 10 pips even when you were overbought. Come on. So you can see there was 10 pips here when this kept going up. You might refine your trade strategy so this is okay for you. For me, and my risk profile, I don't want to get stuck being overbought and then it turning. But you may see something here, the slope of the line is such that you want to take that trade. For me, no good. Dollar yen, overbought, majors still going up, minors going down. I've cloned this chart and created a new chart. This has 6 more currency pairs, but these are non-US pairs. So euro pound, everybody's oversold. My majors are still going down. Australian dollar yen, we don't have agreement between the majors and the minors. Euro Canadian, oversold. Everybody's going up. There's kind of 4 things I'm looking for. First, that being oversold or overbought. 2, all the lines are going in the same direction. 3, I want what I call the double cross, where green lines crossed over the red, gray lines crossed over the black, and a little sugar parade in here, little Halloween candy. So the 3 is the double cross, and the 4 is the slope of the green line. And I want the slope of this green line to be greater than 45 degrees. So a right angle is 90 degrees. 45 degrees is half of that. This slope is less than 45 degrees. So I'm going to pass. Also, I'm not crazy about when the green line, it's starting to move up a little bit. I'm not crazy when the green line is so far away from the red line. I prefer it to be closer to entering the channel. Australian dollar, New Zealand, overbought. Everybody's going down. I do have the double cross. We're right at 45 degrees here. Let's take a look. When I see a trade that I like, I want to confirm it. And I confirm it. Oh, we took the wrong one. AUD NZD. I confirm it by looking at what the 2-hour chart is doing. So this is a chart that has 1 currency pair versus 6 currency pairs, but 6 different time periods: a 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, an 8 hour, a 12 hour, and a day. And the difference between a 2-hour chart and a 1 hour chart is how much data is contained in each candle. So here, each candle has 2 hours worth of information. Here, 4 hours, 8 hours. Signal works the same way across all the time charts. It just takes longer for a move from oversold to overbought. And not only does it take longer, but it should gain you a lot more pips. So, so here, you get 25 pips over the course of 12 hours. Again, some people, that's a good strategy for them. I like to, my sweet spot's 11. So here's the signal we were looking at. When I see the signal that when I see what I want here, I confirm it by, I want to have all three sections of the chart. So I jumped ahead by going to confirming it, but I want to count how many lines up on the TNTs are confirming what I see here. Just one of the orange lines are going down. Two of the blue lines are going up. So I got 3 of the 4. I want at least 3 of the 4, if not 4 of the 4. Down here, these are what we call pressure. And I want these lines either going down, which they're not, or I want the red line on top, which it is. Now, while we're sitting here talking, our green line has gone less than 45 degrees. So I'm going to hold off here. We'll come back to it at the end and see what it looks like at the end of the hour. But I do have the confirmation, and the confirmation I'm looking for is that the 2 hours overbought doesn't have to be going down. In this case, the green line's going down, and the 4 hours overbought, and it is. So, and the reason I want both of these overbought is if this signal weakens, we'll still pick the trade up off of one of these two, but it'll just take longer to happen. There's less likelihood that we're going to get stopped out, that there's going to be such a big run going up when these are both overbought. So we're going to hold off a little bit, and we'll come back to that. Pound yen, we don't have agreement. Euro Australian dollar, we don't have agreement. Canadian dollar yen, overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. The green line looks a little less than 45 degrees. A little less than 45 degrees. Let's go just take a look at it again. Oops, what was that? See if I don't write it down, I don't remember. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar JPY. So this is good. We've got the confirmation overbought on the 2 hour, just reaching overbought on the 4 hour. I'd like to see this a little bit more advanced, but it is, I'll take it. Let's just take a look at one more thing. This is from our trade the other day where we drew some support and resistance. You can see how good the support and resistance are. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And when we trade on the 1 hour chart, we want to trade between these two lines. But you can see how it keeps bouncing. This allows us to get in and out faster. So that was Canadian dollars, CHF. And what I like to do is scrunch it up just to see what the trend is. Here is kind of an uptrend. Here is kind of a very weak downtrend. And if we were to draw some support and resistance lines in here, support and resistance lines are places where the candles seem to naturally stop. Like right in here, right in here, in here, in here, over here. And they tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart on the Euro USD. So here, 109.05 to 109.87. That's a little much. I'm going to try to put one right more in the middle. Right in here, right in here, in here, in here, kind of over here. So let's crunch it up and look. So we're trading into a very slight downtrend. And what were we looking at? We were looking at a sell. Oh, come on. Save. Oh, we don't really have a good enough slope here. Slope is less than 45 degrees. All right, let's keep going and see what we have. Disagreement, 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 disagreement. Euro CHF. This is a nice signal. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Good slopeness on the green. Green line is just about to enter the channel. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel. I care about the position of the green as long as he's less than halfway. One orange line going down. Thick blue. The blues are inversely related. So when blue comes down, that means buy. And we are, this guy is maxed out. So that's okay. We've got weak down pressure with green on top. So we've got all the points here. Our only issue is, what time is it in Europe and Switzerland? It's 6 to 7 hours difference in Europe, depending on where you are, and it's 6 hours difference in Switzerland. So that puts us at 10 o'clock at night. So all the traders are at home. So there's not good volume now. When I'm trading on a 1 hour chart, I want one of these two to at least be actively trading. So we don't have that here. So even though this is the best signal we've seen so far, I'm not going to take it because of the time of day. Australian dollar, Canadian, Swiss franc, yen. We touched overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross, good steepness. Green line's a little bit more than halfway. I'll consider that. Two orange lines going down, two blue lines going up. This one's barely going up. This one's barely going down. And I've got very weak up pressure. What makes it strong or weak is the slope of the lines and how close the lines are. Slope isn't that great here, and the green line's pulling away from the red line. So I kind of like this. Let's see if we get the confirmation. CHF. So it's going in the morning time in Japan. So even though it's the middle of the night in Switzerland. All right, so we're overbought coming down. This by itself is a good signal. Overbought sideways. All right, so I like all three of these. Let us save this. And then let's look at a clean chart. Again, we're going to crunch it up just to see if we can see what the trend is. Uptrend here. Kind of a downtrend here. Maybe a little bit of sideways. We don't really have a clear trend. looks like we're right below a resistance line. Stopped in here, kind of stopped in here, over here, in here, in here. $45 to 07, so that's about 55. Let's pull this up so we can see it a little better. So kind of stopping in here, over here. You might even argue that there's a line here, which goes from 17 to 74. Then I want to know how much room I have. To the line. So that's 33 pips down. And 8.8 pips up. And 20 pips to this candle here. Eight and a half pips to there. $18 pips. $20 pips. Let's look at the signal one more time. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a sell on the Swiss franc yen. Swiss franc yen, you can take it in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader 4, this is a demo account. I have Swiss franc yen here. If you don't have it, go to File, New Chart, and it's going to be down in this third category. I'm going to click New Order. And my lot size is going to be a function of what's in my account. Rule of thumb is you can move this decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.26. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm going to just take the 1.26. And we're going to do a market sell. What happened here? 1.2. Oops. We made a mistake here. So let's do it again. New order. 1.26. Market sell. Then I'm going to right click. Go to modify. And I think we'll take 18 pips on this. So 18 pips, add a 0 to convert pips to points. I click the little blue button that does the math for me. And we're going to use a 3 to 1. So 3 to 1, if it was 20, it would be 60. So 54. 54 pips, which is 540 points. I'm going to click the little red button, and it does the math for me. And go to modify. And it puts us right inside this candle, which was when we were looking at it. You remember One of the spots I went to was like right inside this candle. So that's where I kind of want to be. I don't want to go all the way down because this is the trend isn't clear. Trend isn't clear. So we did a sell on the Swiss franc yen with a take profit of 175.905, 175.905, and a stop loss of 176.618, 176.618. I expect this to close by 9 p.m. By 9 p.m. If you want to learn to trade, the best way to do that is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We are good at it. We're willing to teach you. In fact, we're so confident that we can teach you to do this that we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So we've got an interest in you. Our interests are aligned. We make money when you make money. So it's a win-win for everybody. Have a terrific evening. I'll be doing this again tomorrow morning. If you want to see a recording of this, go to the YouTube channel, and a few minutes after we're done, it'll be posted. How can you get in touch? If you want to go to the website, forexsmarttrade.com, /schedule, you can schedule some time with me. This is the best way to do it. You can try calling me, but if I'm in the middle of something else or talking to somebody else, I don't answer. So if you just schedule time with me, you've got dedicated time at that specific time. Okay. Thank you, gang. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning. Have a terrific evening. Bye-bye.